Alright, welcome back to another Grand Cross video. So this video is going to be a little bit of a discussion video about the fairy and the giant race in this game. Now, out of both of these races, you can tell which one really needs help. I mean, they both do need like help badly, but I would say the fairy race is kind of, I mean, it has majority of the units are king, but it has options you can use, right? Maybe not in PvP, but in PvE, you have options. Like, you can actually run a fairy team, like a pretty decent fairy team. Giant, a giant is very limited, very limited. I would say 98% of the damn race is Deanne. Like 98% of the race is Deanne, and the other what 2% is Drow and Matrona. Like, what? I mean, I get it, right? The show doesn't have giants. Really, it honestly only has Deanne, Matrona, and Drow in the show itself, right? But I mean, with the new movie coming out, Cursed by Light, we could potentially see more giants in the, the movie. Hopefully they give us a backstory on Matrona. Maybe we could see more giants there. More insight on Drow's background where we could get more giants. They could implement OC giants as well from Ragnarok, right? They could implement OC giants, so we'll have to see. But this right here is criminal. This is terrible. Let's just look, right? How many of these units are actually used? I mean, to be fair, if you use one Deanne, you can't use another one. So you use Fighter Deanne, right? Green Fighter Deanne. Well, there goes 98% of the damn roster of giants. So you can only use Drow Matrona, and no one's running Matrona. Like, you really can't run Matrona. I guess to give her the benefit of the doubt, she does have a good passive for giants, right? Increases giant allies' basic stats by 25%. Can't be used in PvP. So, that's a big rip. They could fix this by updating her passive, making it being able to be used in PvP, right? Once a giant festival unit like Deanne comes out, I could actually see them kind of fixing her passive where it could actually be used in PvP. Yeah, that would be good. That would be really good, because a basic stats increase by of 25%, that is big. Like, that is really big for multiple reasons. Because one, Deanne would benefit and Drow would benefit off this enormously, right? Enormously. But the only thing about it is, even if you could run this in PvP, where are you running? Like, who else are you running on this team? Like, let's be honest, who else are you running on this team? You have Matrona in the back, because I believe this can be used in the sub slot. Yeah, it can be used in the sub slot, right? But who else are you running besides Matrona? Or not Matrona, but Deanne and Drow, because that leaves you another third slot that you have to have, right? You have to have another third slot. So I don't know, maybe they'll come out with a unit that, I don't know, classifies as giant in something else, another race. I don't know. But yeah, giant needs help. The giant race needs extreme help. Drows, like, these two Drows are good. These two Drows are good. I can't really say anything bad about them. Blue Drow, more so green, because Blue Drow just, he finds himself, in here and there, every few metas he comes back, right? Especially with, you could say, with this Ludo Margaret, he comes back, but that's it. That's really all that he does. He just taunts. That's really all he comes back every once in a while. He's not the best unit ever, but he does work. He does work in a few teams here and there. Green Drow is okay. He has a really good passive, which locks out your opponent's ultimate unless they have a cleanse. If they have a cleanse, you're screwed. But otherwise, he's good, right? He's really good. Detonate single target skill, AoE disable buff and debuff. Like, he's good. But yeah, other than that, like, it's all just Deanne. and you're not really using what you're not using 1, 2, 3. I mean, you could use this green DN in PvP. You could. She just, I mean, she doesn't provide anything. Like, she's just, I don't know. She does increase allies' defense related stats. That could be good. That could be good, but she has to be in the battle. Like, she has to be in battle for that passive to proc. She has really, like, really, she has nothing. She has nothing. She cancels stances on all enemies, so I guess that can be good, right? She does have this. This is the same thing as Green Arthur's AoE. So she can be decent, I guess, right? She could be a decent option, but other than that, you're not really using her. You're not using blue DN. You could use red wedding DN, but she's event exclusive. So a majority of the time, you're gonna use green fighter DN. Like, you're literally gonna use green fighter DN, but I digress, right? Now the fairies. The fairies, on the other hand, they're pretty, they're pretty decent, I would say. You could make a full fairy team. You could, I don't know, use Red Gloxinia, maybe, Blue Festival King, Helbram, and Elaine. Like, you could do that. Like, this race right here could use buffs, but, I mean, once they make another festival unit for this race, like, once they make, I could see them making like a festival Glocks or another festival King once he gets his full wings. This team actually will be pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie, because you got a lane here who buffs fairies HP related stats by 15%. That could be pretty clutch, right? You have Helbram, who's decent, right? Red Helbram is still decent in PvE. PvP, obviously he can't compete, but PvE he is decent. He does take off ultimate gauge. He petrifies, he cancels buffs and stances. Like, he's good. He is definitely good. He also increases his basic stats by 5% for each surviving ally. Keep in mind, it's each surviving ally, so it does count if they're on the sub slot as well. That's a 15% increase, or not a 15% increase to his basic stats, which actually is really, really good. That's why he was so powerful back in the day. Back in the day, he was just very, very powerful for that reason, because of how, how this passive worked. I don't know if we knew at the time that it worked, like, for each surviving ally, including the one on the sub slot. I don't know if we knew back then, but 15% to his basic stats, that was huge. That was big. Now that's not really that great, but that was big back in the day. But yeah, this race right here definitely could use the buffs, but it has better options than giants, right? It definitely has better options than the giant race. Now, what they could do, they could actually make a unit or units that buff both of these races, right? So you could have, I don't know, let's say there's a Festival DN. Let's say Festival DN buffs both fairies and giants. That would be insane. Like, she buffs the basic stats of giants by, I don't know, 15% or something like that, maybe 25 to compete. She buffs both of the races, and then you could mix and match giants and fairies. It could be something like that. They could make a unit that is considered both fairy and giants. I don't know how they would go about doing that, but they definitely could. But it goes without saying, these, like, out of all the races in this game, right, these two are definitely in need of buffs. Definitely needing buffs. You look at the demon race. The demon race is fine because they're always going to get buffs. No matter what, they're going to consistently get buffs. Like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. They're always going to get buffed. We don't have Cusack. We don't have the Sinner. We don't have the Demon King. We don't have festival version of Estarossa. We could keep getting buffs. Like, we're always going to get buffs for, the demon race, no matter what. So I don't worry too much about the demon race. Humans are fine. Like, humans just got a buff in the one Escanor. They just got a buff in Purgatory Bond. They got a buff in Arthur. They got good, like, they really do have good units. I'm not worried about this, this specific category of race at all. They're gonna keep getting buffs as well, though we could see a variety. Like, we could see Hauser, we could see more Gale Thunders, we could see more Jerichos, right? We could see more variety in there, but they're fine. Goddess race just got Margrasil. We're probably gonna get Solar Seed and the body that Tarmio uses. I think it's Armos or something like that. We're gonna see more Elizabeths pop up here and there. Like, we're gonna see more. We're definitely gonna see another Liz, but we're gonna see more units for the Goddess race, like Nurabasta possessing Denzel's body potentially. Don't know about that one, but we could we could definitely see more Mael. So we definitely could see more buffs to the Goddess race as well. Unknown is, it's okay. We definitely are gonna see a new version of Camilla. I think it's about time we see another version of Camilla. We could get more, Merlins, definitely another Nanashi. We're gonna get more Gothers. Gother, Demon Gother could, be a unit that's potentially going to come out this year. So that's exciting. Oslo and Hawk, I mean, we're probably going to get another version of them. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yes, Giant and Fairy, they need help immensely, and I want them to make buffs for these two races because they need it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. I just wanted to make this discussion about these two clans, Giants and Fairies. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you want to see buffs to these two clans? Do you want to see them have overpowered, busted, broken units? Let me know. But if you did enjoy the video, leave a like for the algorithm, and as always, you guys already know, I will see you all next time.